Tutuoma Meshere. I greet you with your time, depending on when you are seeing this video. Welcome to my channel. If you're seeing this for the first time, welcome. I need you to consider subscribing. And to my returning subscribers, thank you. I appreciate for always watching my video. So let's dive into the video of today. Episode 2 of the story of my life. So if you haven't seen the episode 1, I'll drop the link. I need you to go check up it so that you can catch up on the story. Okay. I titled episode 2 as God is not through with me yet. I am a work in progress. So if you believe this with me, I need you to type in the comment section, God is not through with me yet. I'm a work in progress. So let's dive in. Welcome. Alright, so I stopped in episode 1 where I said I got back from the hospital. I couldn't move my feet. I couldn't do anything for myself. I couldn't lift my hands. I was being carried about, from my leg was rotating from the parlor to the bedroom, from the bedroom to the toilet where I would go to freshen up to have my bath. Okay, so that was where I was just rotating in the house. I didn't see any other part of the house, just the bedroom where I sleep, and in the morning I'll be taken to the bathroom to freshen up. So everybody in my house, all my family members became my doctors, the one that will be checking up on my drugs to ensure that I take my drugs at the right time, the one that is preparing my meal, the one that is, everyone was just doing one thing or the other for me. I appreciate the love and care my family gave to me. This is for you guys, my family. They are just the best. Thank you. I appreciate. So they were supportive, everyone, my mom, my siblings, everyone was supportive. So I want to share with you different encounters I had while I was bedridden for 3.5 years. Yeah, so one of the encounters is that I think that day was on a Friday or Saturday. So I was so skeleton, like I was so macheted that all this you are seeing is flesh. Those that knew me that time, that see me now, though, like, Kai, indeed you are a miracle child. Guys, I'm a miracle. I was usually called Miracle Mary, and I'm still Miracle Mary because my miracle was daily. God was showing up daily. So one of those times, I was so skinny. Guys. All my bones were shooting out, my ribs, my backbone. I was just bony. So when I finished bathing, my mom usually wrap blanket, put on the seat where I will sit down, the plastic chair, then pillow at my back, so that because my bones were all bones, so I used to have so much pain sitting, so she will have to put that. And I told you guys in the first episode that my forehead was touching my kneecap when I stand. Do you get? I was that bent. Yeah, so I will show you how I move. Not now. Okay, so the experience I had, one encounter I had was Saturday or Friday. That day I was in bed. I couldn't move. So imagine how when a part of your body is itching you, you cannot scratch it. Do you get? So that day I was feeling itching on my legs, like my left leg. I was feeling something was biting me, like something was biting me. The discomfort was too much. Like I couldn't shake my leg, I couldn't even move, I couldn't do anything. So the only thing I get to do if I have any of that is I'll call out for someone that is around to please help me check. So my voice was so low because I was weak, guys. I was weak. So I was calling mommy, mommy. And luckily my mom was passing, like she was going to the bedroom. So she heard my call and now asked my brother to check up on me because she wanted to quickly have a bath. So my brother came in. The curtain wasn't open yet. So he came in, opened the curtain, So I was with wrapper. It covered me with wrapper because I was always having this heat. So I was on singlet, then covered me wrapper from my neck down to my feet. So he just lifted the wrapper from my legs, my feet. He just raised it up and he screamed, "Mommy, Jesus, come and see, mommy, come and see." My heart flew, like, what happened? What is there? And my mom ran into the room. They brought in torchlight. There was no power supply. They brought in torchlight and put torchlight on my feet. My mom screamed, "Jesus!" So mom was okay. Hold on. She ran into the bedroom. That period, I'm always using Dettol to clean up, to ensure that there's no germs, bacteria around me. So I was always clean up with Dettol. So thumbs up to Dettol. I'm doing free advert for you guys. Okay, so I always use Dettol. So my mom ran in, poured Dettol in water, brought the bucket. So they were looking for a way to pack to be able to kill the ants. Guys, ants. Guess ants. So she was able to get the bucket and water. So she dipped her hands into the water and went, to pack the ants. Guys, like the ants were a handful like this. So she packed them and she dropped into the water. They're still alive. So those ants were much. So we were not able to trace where those ants were coming from. So she was able to explain to me that those ants are this reddish, there's this red ant that they are found in like cemetery, that they feed on dead bodies. Hey, you see what? Dead bodies? Haha. God, I'm still alive and ants are feeding on me already. Hey, Lord. So that was one of the experience I had while I was bedridden, guys. So I was scared, like, God, what is happening? So she was able to clean up. We packed. They had to kill, So, but those ants had given wounds on my skin. They had eaten into the little flesh that was remaining in my body, on my legs, from my feet down to my knee. Okay, there was wound, so they had eaten my flesh. Do you get? They had eaten my flesh. So there are some inside, some ants were still inside the holes that they bore into my skin. So my mom had to use cotton wool. She put it in water, and those holes she was using to pick them out. Do you get? So that was how bad. The guys, the pain of that one, I was crying out today. God pulled with the pain that I was going through already. Guys, I was like, oh God, what situation is this? So I was being encouraged to stop crying because the cry was too much. The pain was too much, guys. I was going through pain. Like, you can't touch me. You can't turn me. You can't, the times they want to take me to the bedroom, guys, if you don't have mind, when you hear me scream, you'll be heartbroken. I went through excruciating pain, guys. I don't wish my enemies such pain. Every part of my body was paining me. Do you understand? So that was how I was living a life of pain for 3.5 years. So another thing that happened, another encounter I had was, I was just waiting for the day that I would just sleep and not wake up. You can't. I was like, God, just take my life. Why this pain? Why do I have to go through this? So a pastor came. I think before the pastor came, my brother went out. My other brother went out one day and came back. I was in the sitting room as usual. The television was on. Guys, I dedicated my time to secular music. I dedicated my time to watching TV from morning till night. I was always with the remote, changing, changing the stations. So all the secular music, from the beat, I already know what song is going to be played. So my brother came back that day and was like, you are sitting down here listening to all the secular music. It will not help you. The only thing that will help you is God. So the earlier the better you start praying, the earlier the better you start calling on God to take you out of the situation. It is you that is inside this trouble that will know where it pinches you most, and it is you that know how you will cry to God, and God will answer you. Well, praying for you, but God will answer your prayer more, because you know how much this pain is on you. I was like, oh. I was like, hey bro, just forget. You don't understand this. I was bitter at that time. Like, please just leave me alone. You don't understand what I'm going through. After all, I said, you will not die. If you are supposed to die, you would have died a few months ago. But as God kept it in now, you will not die. So the earlier the better you get it into your brain that you will not die. God is keeping you for a purpose, so you better find that purpose. Whoa, guys, when I was taking in at night to go and sleep, my mind started going round, and that was what God was helping me that period. That, guys, the mind is powerful. What God has put into the heart of man, I will talk about that in one of my videos, so watch out for that. The mind is very powerful. My mind will go around all through the day. What did somebody say to me? What did I watch? My mind just going round and round, and I will now dwell on what word made me bitter. What word was not sweet in my ears? Guys, truth is bitter. So it is those ones I'll now dwell on, but it's true. As in inside me, I'll just be complicating myself. But this thing is true. It's only God that will help, inside me. So I just made up my mind. That was where I made up my mind. I hated secular music. I hated everything. Like, God, it's better I face you. If you will not take my life, then you need to tell me the reason why you're keeping me alive. So, guys, it was the transformation. Change comes from your heart, guys. You can't force a person to change if the person is not convinced. So the change comes from inside, your inner man. You have to agree with your inner man before change can occur. So that was the transformation was so drastic, guys. By morning, I had already agreed with myself that it is God and God alone. So God, I'm facing you squarely. It's either you tell me what you are keeping me alive for, or you take my life. So I started reading the Bible. I started praying, guys. The prayer I can pray for long now. It was that period I learned it. Guys, there is pain, there is that pain you're going through, there's something good in that pain. So hold on. If you're going through pain, hold on. God wants to glorify himself. So I started praying, I started reading the Bible, I will memorize. So many of the scriptures I have off right now, I learned it that time because there was no other thing I was doing. Wake up in the morning, bathe, have my breakfast. I started reading. My Bible was always by my side, my devotional. I will pray, I will cry, I will pray, I will cry. So that was my companion. Guys, you needed to see how I pray like a mad woman, like there was no tomorrow. So I would pray and cry to God. God, show me, tell me why you keep me alive, And that was how God is faithful. Somebody say God is faithful. God showed up. He started telling me. He started revealing things to me. The reason why he kept me alive. And my saying this story is part of it. He said, my story will encourage the world. That my story is going to draw many to him. That my story is going to make the sick healed. That my story is going to bring glory to his name. And that is the reason why I'm doing it. He asked me to start doing this, and that's why I'm doing this. So I will stop here my video. I'll see you.